Well, hello there. It's Jane with Beginner Pole Dancing, and I am so glad that you are here. Today, we are going to take a look at our X climbs. And I'm going to introduce to you a game that you can play that is going to improve your X climbs. Now, climbing on the pole can be a struggle for a lot of students, getting the right connections, using the legs more than the arms. And this game that I'm about to show to you is a game that I play with my clients, and it will improve your climbs. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Jane Wilson, and I've taught over 10,000 people to feel strong and confident with the pole. And I focus solely on beginner pole. And I've been doing these live streams and I've been having a blast. You can also find me on Instagram under Beginner Pole Dancing, or you can visit my website, beginnerpoledancing.com. Be sure to subscribe, and because I will be doing this weekly. Okay, let's get right on to this. So first, we're going to practice from the ground with our feet on the ground. Then we're going to work on it from off the floor. And then I'm going to add another little part of this game that will bring you a little bit up the pole. So here we go. When you are doing an X climb, it is easiest to start high on the toes. So remember, I've mentioned this before, when your heels are on the ground, it locks you in. But lifting high on the balls of the feet brings you in an elevated position. So we're going to do this from the ground first. We're going to do both sides. So first we're going to start with your dominant, then we're going to go to your non-dominant. So dominant hand is nice and high. Not so high that you're hanging off the arm, because we do not want to put stress on the shoulder and the muscles around the shoulder. So at a height that feels best for you, that you're not hanging, using your shoulder engagement. So I roll my shoulders back, I'm pulling my tummy in. Now, the other arm, I'm making a little T-Rex arm. I always call it my little T-Rex. I'm going to bring my forearm onto the pole, and then I'm going to, oh, this is going to be, okay, so this is live. And then I'm going to grab the pole like I'm choking the pole. So T-Rex arm, choking the pole. Oh, Lordy. Dominant hand up nice and high, high on those toes. I'm going to squeeze and press down. Now the same leg as the arm, the knee's going to come forward, the leg's going to go across the back of the pole, resting against my shin. Then I'm going to place my foot down onto the ground. Next, my opposite leg is going to cross around in front. And then I'm going to place it in front of the pole. So we're mapping it on the ground. I'm going to turn so you can see this a little bit better. So you can see that the pole is right in between the knees. I'm going to go from the side for a moment. What the pole is not, it's not between my thighs. It's between my knees. We're going to lower down, and then you're going to stick your butt out. So you can see that there's a space between myself and the pole, and I'm squeezing with my knees. We're going to take the bottom hand, and we're just going to drop this hand for a moment. And the moment we release this hand, the knees squeeze against the pole, so you're using more of your legs than you are with your upper body. And then let's come back up. Let's try the other side. So, non-dominant, high on those toes, non-dominant hand is up, engaging with your shoulders, so roll the shoulders back, so we're not hanging off the arm. I'm about a foot width away from the pole. T-Rex arm, it's going to come across, forearm onto the pole. There's my little choking the pole. Now, same leg as the arm above, knee's going to come forward, pole's going to go against my shin. Then I'm going to slide the foot down. And then the opposite leg is going to come around, crossing in front. Pole's going to go against my calf, pressing my toes onto the ground. My heels are still lifted. And then let's sink down for a moment. Press forearm against the pole, pull the tummy in, squeeze with the knees. So we're not ahead of the pole. Pole's right at the knees. And now here's a little game. Drop the hand and just hold. So this transfers your weight to your knees. Squeeze and then come back up. One of the reasons why students struggle with pole climbs is they're focusing more on the arms, so they're pulling with the arms, and they're missing that leg engagement. So by this little game, bringing one leg in front, one leg behind, one leg behind, and one leg in front, sliding down, squeezing with the knees, pulling with the tummy, dropping those arms, forces you to use more of your legs. Okay. So let's take it from the ground and bring it off the floor. So before you tackle this part, I want you to make sure that you have the floor section nice and strong, because we don't want to rush into moves that we're not quite ready for. So if you got this part, you feel confident with it, let's bring it off the ground. So here we go. High on the toes. Pulling the tummy in. Dominant side first. We will do it non-dominant side. Nice and high. Shoulders are back. T-Rex arm. Forearm against the pole. This is also a cup position, which is probably the better description than choking the pole. Bringing the knee in front. Next, shin against the pole. Now, yes, you can flex this foot. If you are in a comp or a pole performance, then you want to make sure that you point the toes. If you are new to pole climbing, it's okay to flex your foot. But as you get more comfortable, challenge yourself to point the back foot. So for this demonstration, I'm going to do a little flex. Squeeze the pole, pulling down, so it's pressing into the floor, and I'm going to press in. I'm lifting my heel up, and then I'm going to come around in front, calf against the pole, squeezing with the knees. I'm going to hold, and I'm going to hold as long as I can. I'm actually going to count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release, gently lowering to the ground. So that little countdown, I like to play with my students, because when you're in the hold, you're holding on, that countdown is like, hurry up, finish the countdown. But it forces you to build up your tolerance, to push your strength. Let's try it again on the non-dominant side. Other side. You know, I'm really proud of myself because I'm doing both sides because I tend to only do my dominant side. Here we go. High on those toes. Non-dominant, nice and high. Shoulders are back. We're not hanging off of this arm. Heels are lifted from the ground. Same leg as the arm. Knee's going to come in front. Shin is pressing against the pole, and the foot is on the opposite side. I'm going to flex, but remember, aim to start pointing the back foot. Here's my T-Rex arm, choking the pole or a cup grip. Actually, that's a baseball grip. Squeeze, pressing down, getting the engagement. Okay, I'm pressing the shin against the pole. Other leg's gonna come in front. I'm pressing the pole between the knees. Holding, let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, gently landing to the ground. So that countdown, again, I play with my students. I start at 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then if I'm feeling really sassy, then I count it down from 10. Now, there's something I want you to look out for. A lot of students, when they're learning to climb, they will position the pole too high up the legs. I'm going to demonstrate what I mean. So they'll take the knee and they'll bring the knee forward so the pole is at mid-thigh. But here's what happens when I do that. So I struggle with climbing that position. Let's try that one again. The knee's too far in front. I'm going to flex the foot because I'm losing some engagement there. So I don't have any engagement here and here. Pressing down and bringing the leg in front. So for me to climb, it's not going to be that easy for me to climb if the pole is too high up the thigh. You want to aim for right at the knee. I'll do the other side. High on the toes. Other arm. T-Rex arm. baseball grip. Knee's gonna come forward, but it's gonna stop right at the side. So it's not too far ahead, right at the side of the pole. Shin, top of my foot. Here we go. Pull the tummy in, pressing down. If this heel is down, this would be a bit of a struggle. So high on those toes, pressing down, bringing the leg around, squeeze with the knees. 3, 2, 1, and lowering down gently. Awesome. Here's another game that you can play. So we did the countdown game. Now we're going to do the one hand game. Here it goes. High on those toes. Dominant hand is up. Shoulders are back, pulling the tummy in. T-Rex. Squeeze. Back foot in. Good. Same leg as arm above. Other leg in front. Press, press, press. Next, I'm going to take this arm. Oh, and I'm going to take it off the pole. I really have to squeeze with my knees to be able to hold. Bring the arm back. And when you release, gently lower down. So the moment this arm came off the pole, I felt all this transfer to my legs. And that helps with their climbing, because climbing up the pole is more legs than it is arms. Let's do the other side. Here we go. High on those toes. Arm is up, shoulders are back. I'm not hanging off this arm. There's that forearm grip. Squeeze. Same leg as the arm above. Pressing down. Other leg in front. Squeeze with the knees. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is my non-dominant side. Holy cow. 3, 2, 1. Bring them back and gently lowering down. Okay, I'm going to be honest. That was really tricky for me to do that side. Now, some people will climb. I teach same arm, same leg. But I do have a client who teaches one opposite, who trains opposite with her clients. I always say, do what feels right for you. If I had a client that was climbing opposite, I'm not going to correct it. I'm not going to try and change it. If it's working for them, then it's working. It's all good. Here's one more game that you can play. Oh, yep, no, sorry. One more game that you can play. Oh, I'm coming up with all these ideas. All right. We're going to go to mid-height. Squeeze, press down. I'm up on the balls of my feet. There's that forearm grip. Leg is coming in front, pressing in. Other leg is coming around. Squeeze with the knees. Next, we're going to squeeze with the knees, and we're going to pull back, out, and in. Wonderful. Now from here, we're going to slowly lower down. Let's try that again. Here we go. I have one more thing to tell you. Oh, this is my non-dominant side. Here we go. Squeeze, pressing down, up on the balls of your feet. Pull the tummy in. Same arm as the leg above. Same leg as the arm above. Pressing down. Okay, squeeze with the knees. I'm going to extend out, up, and in. Hold, and then gently lower down. Wonderful. Now you might notice I always talk about gently lowering down. That's a form of negative training. I'm going to show you the difference. A lot of times students will go into the move, and so they focus so much on going into the move that as soon as the move is finished, they just release. They just come on down. But when you do that, you miss a wonderful opportunity to continue building your strength. So if I go into my climb and I hold this, come on up, and if I think of a slowly lowering down to the ground like a feather, then I'm giving more opportunity to build my strength. Whew, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining with me today. Now, if you're catching the rebroadcast, I'm going to build this into chapters. so that it's easier to follow. And I will see you next week. I will put up a poll so you can let me know what you would like me to break down and continue teaching. Any areas that you are struggling with, please let me know so I can create more content for you. Thank you very much. My name is Jane Wilson, and have fun on your poll. Alrighty, take care.